Have you ever wondered how a simple brainstorm between two college buddies morphed into one of the most influential platforms on the internet? Grab your seat because the story of Reddit is a thrilling adventure through the ever-evolving world of tech startups, marked by highs, lows, and everything in between. It all began with Alexis Ohanian and Steve Huffman, seniors at the University of Virginia, who were both ambitious yet uncertain about what lay ahead after college. With graduation on the horizon, Alexis faced a personal crossroads. He toyed with the idea of law school, a safe but unexciting prospect that didn't really ignite his passion for technology. Meanwhile, Steve was harboring a spark of an idea that had the potential to change everything. My Mobile Menu, or MMM for short, their plan to revolutionize the dining experience by allowing people to order food via their phones before even stepping foot into a restaurant. This was a groundbreaking idea at the time, especially considering it was the early 2000s and smartphones were merely a fantasy for tech enthusiasts. However, reality bit hard. The technology necessary to make MMM a success simply didn't exist yet, and the concept was too advanced for its time. Imagine Alexis and Steve, full of enthusiasm, pitching their innovative idea to local restaurateurs who were hardly convinced about the internet, let alone a mobile ordering system. The reception was chilly at best, with most dismissing the young visionaries without a second thought. Undeterred by this initial setback and driven by a relentless spirit, they encountered a transformative opportunity, attending a lecture by Paul Graham at Harvard. Inspired by Graham's insights into the startup ecosystem, they pitched the idea of MMM to him. Graham saw something in them, a spark of potential, not in their project, but in their capabilities and drive. He extended an invitation to apply to Y Combinator, his newly formed accelerator program, but with one stipulation. They needed to come up with a new, more viable idea. Seated in a Waffle House, over a plate of waffles and amidst the remnants of their MMM aspirations, Alexis and Steve conceptualized what would soon become a new frontier on the internet. They envisioned a platform where anyone could post content they found intriguing, and the community could vote it up or down. Thus, Reddit was born, aimed to become the front page of the internet. With a modest seed fund of $12,000 from Y Combinator, they relocated to Boston and set to work in a modest apartment, their new base of operations fueled by ambition and copious amounts of energy drinks. They launched Reddit, but faced immediate hurdles, namely an empty platform. In a stroke of sneaky genius, they populated Reddit themselves, creating fake accounts to post content and interact, crafting the illusion of a bustling community. This facade was surprisingly effective. It didn't take long for real users to start arriving, drawn by the eclectic mix of content and the simple, addictive mechanic of voting. Reddit began to blossom, organically growing as users discovered they could carve out their own spaces through subreddits, fostering communities centered around shared interests. As Reddit's user base expanded, so did the platform's complexity and the challenges it faced. It became a microcosm of the best and worst of the internet. For every act of breathtaking kindness, like rallying to support bone marrow drives, there were moments of darkness, such as the misidentification and subsequent harassment of Sunil Tripathi during the Boston Marathon bombing, which highlighted the potential dangers of crowdsourced detective work. Navigating through these tumultuous waters, Reddit saw numerous changes in leadership and continuous pressures to monetize the platform without compromising its core values. The original vision of a community-driven space often clashed with the gritty realities of managing a growing, influential tech company. Alexis and Steve, the original founders, found themselves repeatedly stepping in and out of leadership roles, each time striving to realign Reddit with its founding principles, while also exploring sustainable business models to ensure its financial viability. Reddit's early years were marked by rapid growth and constant innovation. The introduction of subreddits allowed users to create niche communities focused on specific topics, from video games and movies to obscure hobbies and local interests. This feature transformed Reddit into a diverse ecosystem of user-generated content, making it a go-to destination for people looking to connect over shared passions. Despite its growing popularity, Reddit faced significant challenges in its quest for profitability. The platform's early attempts to monetize through traditional advertising were met with resistance from its user base, who valued the site's authenticity and community-driven ethos. This tension between commercialization and user satisfaction became a recurring theme in Reddit's evolution. In 2006, Reddit caught the attention of Condé Nast, a major media conglomerate. The company saw potential in the platform's unique model and offered to acquire it. For Alexis and Steve, this was a dream come true. They were young, in their early 20s, and suddenly faced with the prospect of becoming millionaires. Despite their initial reluctance to sell, the promise of financial security and resources to grow the platform proved too enticing to pass up. The acquisition by Condé Nast marked a new chapter in Reddit's story. While it provided much-needed funding and infrastructure, it also brought new challenges. The corporate environment clashed with the startup culture that had defined Reddit's early days. Aaron Swartz, a brilliant programmer who had joined Reddit after merging his project Infogamy with the platform, struggled to adapt to this new setting. His departure in 2007 highlighted the growing pains Reddit experienced during this transitional period. Under Condé Nast's ownership, Reddit continued to grow, but the platform's struggle with moderation and content management became increasingly apparent. The site's commitment to free speech allowed for the creation of controversial and sometimes harmful communities. This hands-off approach led to several high-profile incidents that tarnished Reddit's reputation and tested its commitment to open discourse. One of the most significant challenges Reddit faced was the Boston Marathon bombing in 2013. In the aftermath of the attack, users on Reddit's r/r Find Boston Bombers subreddit engaged in amateur sleuthing, attempting to identify the perpetrators from photos and videos. This crowdsourced investigation led to the wrongful identification of Sunil Tripathi, a missing college student who was innocent of any involvement in the bombing. The incident brought intense scrutiny to Reddit and highlighted the dangers of unregulated user activity. Despite these setbacks, Reddit's community-driven model continued to prove its value. The platform facilitated numerous positive initiatives, such as charitable fundraisers, support networks, and large-scale social experiments like the Secret Santa gift exchange. These activities showcase the potential for online communities to drive meaningful change and foster genuine human connections. As Reddit's influence grew, so did its impact on the broader internet culture. The platform became a breeding ground for memes, trends, and internet phenomena that spread like wildfire across social media. The rise of the Ask Me Anything (AMA) format, where celebrities and public figures engaged directly with users, further cemented Reddit's role as a unique and influential space for online interaction. In 2014, Reddit's leadership underwent another significant change. Yishan Wang, a former Facebook executive, took over as CEO. His tenure was marked by efforts to modernize the platform and address some of its long-standing issues. Wang implemented changes to improve user experience and introduced tools to help moderators manage their communities more effectively. However, his time as CEO was short-lived, and he resigned in 2014, citing personal reasons and internal conflicts. Ellen Pao, who had been serving as Reddit's vice president of business development, stepped in as interim CEO. Pao's leadership was controversial from the start. She faced backlash for her attempts to clean up the platform by banning several toxic and abusive subreddits. While these actions were intended to create a safer and more welcoming environment, they sparked a heated debate about censorship and free speech. Pao's tenure culminated in her resignation in 2015, following a high-profile gender discrimination lawsuit against her previous employer, Kleiner Perkins. The return of Steve Huffman as CEO in 2015 marked a return to Reddit's roots. Huffman, one of the original founders, brought a renewed focus on user engagement and platform stability. Under his leadership, Reddit introduced new features, including a redesign of the site and the launch of official mobile apps. These changes aim to enhance the user experience and attract a broader audience. Despite these improvements, Reddit continued to grapple with its identity and the challenges of balancing community-driven content with the need for responsible moderation. The platform's hands-off approach to moderation was tested repeatedly, as various subreddits became breeding grounds for extremist views, misinformation, and harassment. One of the most significant controversies in recent years was the 2021 GameStop short squeeze orchestrated by users of the r/Wall Street Bets subreddit. This event saw a group of retail investors band together to drive up the price of GameStop stock, causing significant financial losses for several hedge funds. The incident highlighted the power of online communities to influence real-world events and brought mainstream attention to Reddit's role in the financial markets. In 2023, Reddit faced another major challenge when it announced changes to its API pricing, impacting third-party apps and tools used by moderators and developers. The decision sparked widespread outrage within the community, leading to a blackout of thousands of subreddits in protest. The fallout from this decision underscored the ongoing tension between Reddit's corporate goals and its commitment to supporting the communities that make the platform unique. Today, Reddit remains a powerhouse in the digital landscape, with over 430 million monthly users and a vast array of communities covering every conceivable topic. Despite its size and influence, the platform continues to struggle with profitability and the complexities of managing a diverse and often contentious user base. Reddit's story is a testament to the power of community, the challenges of innovation, and the delicate balance between growth and maintaining the core values that define a platform. The journey of Reddit is a profound testament to the power of community and the impact of technology on human connections. From its humble beginnings in a college dorm to its status as a digital empire, Reddit's story is a vivid saga of innovation, resilience, and the dynamic interplay between technology and humanity. So there you have it, the extended epic tale of Reddit, a platform that has not only witnessed but shaped the evolution of the internet. It's been a wild, unpredictable ride, but certainly one that shows no signs of slowing down. What a trip indeed.